Well, my name is Dr. Larry Rogina. Trained as an obstetrician gynecologist. You know, I thought it was pretty cool that I was able to deliver 4,000 babies in the 27 years that I practiced. Let me take you back. 7.5 years ago, I was in a pretty bad place. Short of breath tying my shoes, 2 blood pressure meds, 2 cholesterol meds, pre-diabetic, sleep apnea. Never had the study, didn't use the machine. Should have. I decided that I needed to do something because I had a couple of catalysts. I was in my office and I worked with this woman who was probably 360, 370 pounds, and she was having abnormal uterine bleeding. A biopsy revealed that she had a precancerous lesion of the lining of her uterus. And to reverse that, she needed to lose weight. So I said to her, I said, look, you know, your obesity is the catalyst that's creating this precancer, and you will have cancer if you do nothing. So we got to work on your obesity. She poked me in the belly at that time because I was just under 300 pounds. And she said, have you looked in the mirror? It's hard to refute that. Well, I went to a medical conference, and I was introduced to Take Shape for Life by meeting Whitney Kell. And I'm forever grateful. Interesting first meeting, but we won't go there. Let's move forward though. That night, because I went to this booth, Doctors Help Your Patients Lose Weight, lose some, and add some value and dollars to your practice bottom line. I really didn't care about the practice bottom line because I was hospital employed and they kind of dictated what I could do anyway. So that night, one of my daughters called and said, Daddy, we're afraid you're going to die. And for 6 months prior to that, I went to the YMCA and I did work out 6 days a week, an hour and a half a day, and I lost $750, which is a family member, and 2 whole pounds. That's $375 a pound. So I was really reluctant. 6 times, 7 times to Whitney's booth before I finally said, okay, fine, here's my credit card, let's do this. Got on the program, and you know, I'm analytical, so I had to have my own controlled study, not really controlled. My brother started Nutrisystem, I started Take Shape for Life. 13 weeks later, he dropped 45 pounds. I was really proud of Steve. I dropped 65. 3 months later, you know, he had gained 55. I dropped 29 more, you know. So it was really exciting. I was able to get rid of 90 pounds. And then my wife was really, after I kept my weight off because she didn't believe it was going to work, she decided that her husband shouldn't wear smaller jeans than her. Okay? And that I was getting really close to her weight. So all of a sudden, my peanut butter crunch bars, my Dutch chocolate shakes, were MIA. She became a client, lost 75 pounds in 6 months, results not typical, but it was really cool. And the neatest thing about this program is I became the example that I should have always been. I should have been one as a physician, should have been one as a husband, a father. I lost 90, my wife lost 75, my oldest daughter 25, my middle daughter 12, my youngest daughter 15. That's 217 pounds, but who's counting? Which is pretty exciting for just 5 of us. But then things changed. All of a sudden, everything I trained for my life on May 10th, 2013, went away. I developed the C. Miller-Fisher variant of Guillain-Barré with fine motor control problems, double vision. I lost my reflexes, unrelenting headaches, 4 milligrams of morphine every 2 hours to try to deal with pain. Hospitalized for 8 days. And you know what? Nobody from my hospital organization that I worked for came to see me, came to check on me, asked what I was doing. I was a disposable doctor. I don't think they really cared. My nurses, my office staff, they were all there. That was great. But on the second day, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson called me on the phone and said, you know, Whitney's really worried about you, Larry. What's going on? He and Lori, his wife, were on the phone with Lori and I, my wife. And we spent about 30 minutes chatting that day. It was amazing to know that I was in a family that really cared. That multiplied over the next couple of days. 3 days later, over 300 contacts from my Take Shape for Life family, either in voicemail, email, phone call, Facebook message, instant message. It was astounding. I never thought that I wouldn't be delivering babies until I was in my 70s. I'm so thankful that I have a plan B. My plan B was already up and running, and even though for about 6 months I kind of went into a slump where I thought I lost my identity, Whitney asked me the question, you know, how many people, how many lives have you touched? And the company had sent us numbers, and I told her, and she says, well, with our team, you know, we've touched over 85,000 lives, and that was like, well, the gauntlet's off, and it's time to impact more lives. And I'm so thankful that Dr. Anderson, Dan Bell, Whitney Kell, Greg Rex, and all the leaders in Take Shape for Life, and you as my family came into my life. So,